Hey everyone, I'm Silverwolf and I've been looking forward to doing this video because my other video unboxing the Poke-Nade Pokémon Friends Pokeball, that's a lot of pokes, has got quite a lot of views, and so I thought I would make a video showing the things I've observed with it. There's been a lot of feedback both on YouTube and on the post I made on Facebook. First of all, people have been asking for English instructions, which I did translate. They were on my post on Facebook, but I can make them in a post on YouTube as well. Secondly, there have been very mixed reviews. Some people think it's cool, and most people, unfortunately, once they try it, think that it's not so cool. It really is more of what I would call a fidget toy rather than a Tamagotchi. You can't evolve any of the Pokemon, they don't grow really or anything like that. And once you've got all their hearts up to 8, which is the hearts along the bottom of it, that is pretty much it. The hearts don't go down, they don't require anything else. So once you've caught all of the Pokemon and got all of their hearts up full, that's it, the end of the game. So it's not really much of a care item, particularly. Another thing is, as soon as I turn mine on, it always asks for the clock. Someone said in the comments that if I reset the Pokeball, then I can reset, it'll stop keep asking me for the time. But unfortunately, because of what I've done on the Pokeball, it's 9:38, because of what I've done on the Pokeball, I don't really want to reset it. So I basically play with this once a day. I play with it in the evening when I'm a bit bored or watching TV or whatever like that. And yeah, that's the only time I play with it. It doesn't demand anything off you. It's a very, very casual thing. If you don't play with it for a few days, nothing happens, nothing negative. I've got Sprigatito, I've got Fuecoco, and Pikachu, and they're all fully fully happy, as you can see. Now when you go on to this each day, they always ask you for a bath and they always ask you for a cake. You don't need to play any of the other mini games with any of them. It's a bath and a cake. That's what they want you to do. The cake thing is, let's go through the motions with Sprigatito. So the cake thing is annoying, and I'll explain to you how it is annoying. No one has managed to actually bake a 10-star cake. You can only really get up to 5 stars on it. You're just not fast enough. There is no way to do it faster. I don't know whether I'm doing it wrong. Another thing, it shows you what to do each time. I have turned the sound off it as well, because after a while the sound got annoying. Each time it tells you what to do, the motions that you do on the Pokeball. It doesn't need to. It only needs to tell you the first time. So when you bake a cake, it takes ages, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm level 18 overall. I've got 18 out of 157 Pokemon. The level has nothing to do with the number of Pokemon you have. So just wait for it to level up. As you can see, Sprigatito is full. That doesn't go down. You can neglect them all you like. Once the hearts are there, they're there forever. So the cake baking. So what you've got to do, there's my 5-star cake. And what you have to do is you've got to sort of do this as fast as you can. It tells you what to do. So you do this as fast as you can on top of the Pokeball until it stops, and then it'll tell you to press these buttons as fast as you can. And instead of just going into it again, it tells you what to do again, which I find infuriating, really, because I know what to do. You only need to tell me the first time. And this one again. And you've got to do it as fast as you can. And like I said, you can't get over a 5-star cake. That's the most you can do. I've run out of time. So how you do the full 10-star cakes, I have no idea. No one seems to know. And because it's a Japanese thing, I'm not sure if there's really a community for it. I haven't really looked. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Another thing is you can turn the sound off, but as someone pointed out, you can't turn off the vibration. And they said it was very annoying. And yes, the vibration would probably be annoying to some people. So you can see Sprigatito's happy now. The others still want whatever. So if you press the middle button, So play is the hide and seek and the singing thing, which you don't need to do unless like a wild Pokemon wants you to do it in order to catch them. I have done Pokemon battling and you can catch new Pokemon that way. The friend list, we'll go to the diary first, because the diary, they said, oh, on the instructions thing, it's a daily diary. You can see what you've been doing. You can't. So this is the diary. For some reason, Sprigatito's on the front. Bulbasaur was the last one I became friends with. And that's it. It tells you the last one you became friends with. You can't do anything else. If you tap any of the buttons, nothing happens. It's literally, it tells you which one you... And it says day 1. Why does it say day 1? Because I've been playing this for like a week now or so. So that's completely wrong. So that doesn't really make sense. Anyway, I'll go back to the friend list. And I'll show you all the Pokemon I've caught. So, it says I've got nothing in the Pokemon battles when I win them every time, which again makes no sense. A maximum of 10 stars on the berries, 5 stars on the cakes, 8 stars on hide and seek, and 1 star on singing. Which again is odd, because pretty much every time I beat the singing game, I think I've only ever lost it like once. So these are the ones I've got. Pikachu, Eevee, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, Mousehold, Koraidon, Zapdos, Shaman, Shuckle, Terrapagos, Gumi, Pawmi, Pichu, Teddiursa, Bulbasaur, Meowscarada, Alcremie, and Skeledirge. Those are the ones I've caught. And so far now, new Pokemon aren't really appearing. So, yeah, that's another strange thing. Also, I'll go back into the friends list again and pick one. So you've got your partner Pokemon, and as you saw, I could sort of scroll through them, and they're all in their own little room. So if I choose another, let's go with this one. So say I want this one to hang out with the partner Pokemon, become friends. Now next time I go in here, I can choose to say goodbye to Pokemon, and I haven't chosen to say goodbye to any of them, because I'm assuming that you can actually have all of them and not have to get rid of any. I'm assuming that the box doesn't fill up. And I'm also assuming that I can catch more of them. So there he is, he wants a bath. I don't know if I actually have to give him one. So when you have one of these Pokemon, as you can see his hearts are all full there. When you have one of these Pokemon that's not a partner Pokemon, they all hang out in the garden. The partner Pokemon will appear next to this one. But it's not at the moment. So I'll have to go in and do his little bath and the cake. So I'll just pause this while I do that. Okay, so I've given him his bath and the cake, and he's happy. Now I've noticed another thing also when I pet them. If you pet them and a heart comes up, that's the best way of getting their hearts up. If you pet them like this, you kind of have to keep petting them until it makes that noise, and it makes them happy. Or you can just keep on petting them. I can't really show you, but if you just pet them a bit each time, you can get the hearts to go up faster. So there are methods for like leveling the hearts up. What I do with each of these wild Pokemon that I catch is I do the bath, I do the cake, and then I just pet them until they're happy. I'm not sure why my partner Pokemon isn't coming up. Normally it's next to it. Or maybe the partner Pokemon only comes up when you're actually leveling these ones up, and then once the hearts are all full, they don't come up anymore because they don't need to offer them any support. I don't know. But like I said, partner Pokemon are always inside and these guys are always outside. And you cannot seem to switch from this back to a partner Pokemon unless you put this one back in the Pokeball again, which is really, really long-winded. So really my overall sort of thing on this was, it seemed like a good idea at the time. People were very, very much looking forward to it, and it's all right. You know, it's okay. But like I said, it's more of a fidget toy than anything else. And it's really not worth the £60 that I paid for it. No way. And people have been saying that it's worth more like 20. maybe 30, maybe half the price that they're asking for it, because of the amount of sort of like, it is quite a hefty thing, and I suppose the amount of tech, I say in quotes, that goes into it. But they're static PNGs, is what everyone has been saying. There's no animation there. You can see it's not moving, it's not even bouncing up and down, nothing's really happening. People have said that the Digimon Digivice is better, and they've also said that there are way better VPETs, even like bootleg ones, on the market. And they're right, there are many better ones than this. It's fun to sort of muck about with when you're a bit bored, but it's definitely not the thing that I thought it would be, you know. Oh, and I also found out this little thing here is a reset button, because if you remember in the last video I said I wasn't sure what that was for, and it was a reset button. So yeah, it's kind of disappointing, really. Yeah, I don't know anyone who's thoroughly really enjoyed it. I know a few people have bought it and are like, yeah, it's all right. I mean, I would say, yeah, it's all right, but it is not worth the price they're asking for it. No way. If you can get it in a sale, then get it in a sale. It's one of those, you know. The fun is in catching the Pokemon, but once you've caught them all, what's the point? They don't evolve, nothing happens. I can think of, I mean, if they did a Tamagotchi that was literally like the baby form was the Pokemon's base form, and then it evolves and you've got the teen, and then the adult was the fully evolved Pokemon, that would be fantastic. You know, I'd definitely be behind that. And if they release one of these that's kind of more like that than this, then yeah, I definitely would say that that was worth the money. This is not worth the money. So if you want to have a go, have a go. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy it. This is just my opinion. But I do advise you to think about it first, because it's really not as entertaining as they make it out to be. Anyway, what do you think of the Poke-Nade Pokeball? Have you got one? Do you enjoy it? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see the unboxing, you can click the box that comes up below. And as always, if you enjoy what I do, feel free to send me a tip on Ko-fi or YouTube Super Thanks. Link is in the description. And that's all for now. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep being awesome. This is Silver signing off.